The lighting is absolutely terrible, isn't it? But you know what? We're doing this just because I'm not human normally in the morning, and I don't have other time to film this. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. So greetings, good people of the internet. So I come to you today with an update that I am now looking for a job. Wait, you say, haven't you just updated us on your first day on your postdoc job just like not long ago? Well, yes, but you know, funding deadlines has other things in mind than my convenience and my supervisor's convenience. So the funding come to an end. I am now looking for another position. So yeah, I'm starting the process of applying for postdoc positions yet again. And boy, is it not fun. And part of it that's not really fun, and I don't think it's talked a lot about, is the fact that the expectation about what the postdoc can do in the US and Europe are actually kind of vastly different. Like for example, if you look at what you should prepare for like an application package for a postdoc in the US, you're kind of told that you have to have like a research statement where you outline like what kind of ideas do you have for your research. You may need to write a research proposal. I never have to do that yet. Maybe you need to write personal statement and things like that, but you know, you do that for your graduate school anyway. And of course you have cover letters and CV, etc., etc., like you would when you apply for any other job. Then when you go to Europe, vastly different set of expectations. From what I understand, in Europe, the money comes into projects. So essentially what they're looking for are people who are willing to work in projects. So they don't really care about your vision for the future. They're just looking for people who has expertise that would match into projects. So they don't care a lot about, you know, your research statement or whatever. They don't really even want to know about those things. Just want to see your CV and maybe the list of publications just to make sure that you actually know how to do research and things like that. That's pretty much about it, really. So it's kind of like if you have your own vision, like US style, and you tell, you know, people in Europe about it, they're kind of like, oh, your direction is not really what we're looking for, so you're not a match. Bye-bye! And, you know, that's not how you would want to come across, really, when you want to get a job, right? So I don't know, I'm still trying to get a good balance in that, because, you know, I do have projects that I kind of want to, you know, work on, like my own thing that I want to work on. But at the same time, I know that I am inexperienced and I have a lot of stuff that I want to learn from other people. So I'm pretty much open for nearly anything. Not, you know, wanting to sound desperate for a job or anything like that. Also, another possible trouble that I can get into, although I don't really have concrete proof of this, just, you know, a really, really strong hunch, is the fact that my background is very interdisciplinary. Like, my training has always been in physics, but my PhD involves a lot of computational stuff, involves machine learning and things like that, involves engineering and control theory and such. So I end up being kind of a duck. Like, I can kind of swim, can kind of fly, can kind of walk and waddle on land, but I can't, you know, I don't have any in-depth knowledge in any of those, just like really, really wide breadth in expertise in all these three areas. So it's like my profile does not really fit very deeply into physics, doesn't really fit very deeply into engineers. Let's just face it, it doesn't fit into engineering at all. It kind of also doesn't fit very well into computer science. Also, it kind of works somewhat. So, you know, from the perspective of somebody who's looking at a CV or research statement or whatever that kind of summarize the essence of the professional life of a person and try to fit that person into another summary of a research position, and try to see if this two summary kind of fits into each other or not. I'm not really the person that's gonna make their life easy at all. Interdisciplinary research is really, really sexy. On grant proposal, it's actually really, really fun when you're doing it. Can be hellish when people try to evaluate your work and your experience and all such things using, the criteria that doesn't really fit with, the things that you have developed. Really, that is the nature of the piece. So, you work with it. Try your best to present your work in such a way that the people in specific field would understand. And actually, because the work is interdisciplinary, you kind of have to develop a way to translate your work in between, into languages of the different fields anyway. So if you're a good communicator, you'll probably be able to come across quite alright between the fields. Cross my fingers. So yeah, currently I'm still applying to places. I got rejected once, got into one interview, still haven't heard from one places, still have one place that I had to send my application over, although I have to be careful and research this place a little more than I did the previous ones, because I was on the deadline for some of the ones, and I don't think I tailored the application package that well to those places and their certain style of postdoc work that they're looking for. So cross my fingers that I will get the job.